Yeah.
Moving on to Group C, I think one of the most exciting groups to watch. If it wasn't
Yeah.
for another group we'll get to later,
Right.
this would probably be the premier group in the tournament. Napoli, we've talked about them a ton. I would be very, very surprised by anything other than a finals appearance in the UCL by them this year. But there is one other team in this group I would say the same thing about, which makes it difficult, with Real Madrid in here as well. Braga, a team that performed very well in playoffs, and of course a very strong German side in Union Berlin. This is going to be a fun group.
Yeah, this is a group I'm pretty excited about, but honestly, if I'm being real with you, I don't see any other way but besides Real Madrid and Napoli, getting up there.
No.
But talking about Napoli, obviously you got Osman, you got Kvaratskhelia. I mean, these guys are electric. I mean, they're both 200 million value plus players. I mean, so I think these are the guys who are just going to completely demolish some of the other teams.
Yeah, with a fantastic backline behind them too. I think there's very few teams in the world. I mean, we saw it in last year's UCL. We've seen it in Napoli's performance in all non-domestic performance or cups, and in the domestic as well. That the absolute ridiculous combination they have up front, plus their strong backline. They're a very, very difficult team to walk away with 3 points from.
Yeah, exactly. And the Serie A is known mostly as a defensive league. They have a solid defense as well as an electric attack. So
yeah,
they're not really. They don't have a lot of holes.
One of the things that it definitely is, it seems like it changed a lot. They have changed Serie A. Period. Napoli has changed Serie A. This summer, you saw it with the transfers that Roma has made. Roma getting Lukaku, Milan going for Pulisic and Musa. Serie A is changing, and it's because of Napoli, and I think that that's going to continue to show in this UCL. Of course, the team that 2 months ago we would have said yes, they are winning. We would have probably said they are favorites to win the UCL, but Milato's has gone down, Cortius has gone down, Guller went down. When we don't know when any of those guys are going to be back on a certainty right now, and we know for a fact a couple of them won't be back before the round of 8. So, obviously, the key factor here is Jude Bellingham. He's got to be. I'm going to say it, Calvin. He has to be an early favorite for the Ballon d'Or right now.
Wow. Yeah.
He's just looked. I've watched every single Real Madrid game so far, and he's a step above. Even with Vinicius Jr., who right now, I would say obviously Vinicius Jr. is a key part of this, but he's already been dealing with some hamstring problems this season. They expect him to not be out too many matches because of it, but as you and I both know, those kind of injuries nag and slow people down. So it's going to be Jude Bellingham who makes this team run in all competitions this season, and I think that puts him in a great position to be recognized as the type of player he is, which is one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, Real Madrid, barring injuries, of course. I mean, of course, they've had a lot of injuries. Courtois, Militao, they're going to be out for the whole season, I think, is ACL injuries, of course. So it's going to be hard to replace those guys, really. I mean, Courtois is probably the best goalkeeper in the whole world. Militao is probably a top 10 center back in the world. So it's like, okay, I lost a top 10 player at a position, and I lost the best player at a position in like a week apart,
They've really, Arizabalaga, the player they brought in to do goalkeeping work, he's looked rough, honestly.
He's looked rough?
I think, yes, he has. He's not been, I mean, obviously the performance you're replacing is very, very difficult, but
they should have got David De Gea, honestly, but whatever.
I don't know if right now they are still looking for another player there, and obviously there's even been some talks of Harry Maguire to shore up a little bit of what they've lost there in the backfield.
Right.
that's their big, and again, you can't put it all on the replacement goalkeeper because you are also missing, one of the top 10 center backs in the world.
Right.
But it has been tough going for them on the defensive side. Outside of really their attacking players and Eduardo Camavinga have been the key in making sure their attack is still sure and keeping the ball in the midfield, which is of course very difficult to deal with when you're talking about Camavinga gets a good contest, steals the ball, and then he gets to give it to Jude Bellingham, who can will the ball anywhere on the field. So it's that does make for a good defense, but once you get into that final third, it's been pretty rough for them so far this season. So I think they're still going to finish top. I think it would be crazy if there's more than 2 points that separate them and Napoli in the top of this group, but it is going to be. It's not as sure of a thing as it was in June.
Yeah. With those key injuries, it kind of does change a lot of things, and it kind of makes you think like, dang, like if there's a little bit different things happen, maybe they would win the whole thing. But we'll have to see how things go. They still definitely could. I mean, Vinicius Jr., he had a 2020 season last year. Come on, like this is one of the best players in the world. So if he can just stay healthy and keep that hamstring all right, and have Jude Bellingham next to him, I think they'll be doing just fine.
Absolutely. Guys, of course, if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure to leave a like down there, and subscribing will be great. I'm going to probably make this series or this video into a series releases. So if you're wanting to see what we think about the next group or set of groups, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The third team in this group is SC Barga. Portuguese side.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of this.
Captained by Ricardo Horta, the Portuguese national. Big arrival in Victor Gomez this season from Madrid. Wow, not thinking how to say it. God, I know what it translates into, but I don't know the actual. Espanyol. Yeah, arriving from Espanyol, really highly touted prospect, has potential to do great things for them, but I don't think that it's necessary. I don't think he's going to have a lot of opportunities to show it in this group.
Yeah, like we said, the top two contenders of this group is just way too strong, and maybe they can keep it close at home. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't really say much about this team because, I don't know. Napoli and Real Madrid, even an injured Real Madrid, they are the champions. They're 14-time champs. So
I believe their road to this spot was the Portuguese Cup. So FC Berlin. I think this is one of the teams that has the most potential to in Europa. Let's just be honest about it. I think they have a really great chance of doing big things in Europa. They have a few really key injuries at the moment, so their season has not been starting off as strong as they wanted it to. But of course, going back to our hard, I almost said hard R. Our hard R American biases. Brendan Arison, the loanee after Leeds relegation, he's looked fantastic. The team is loving him. The city is loving him. Big arrivals in the left field and at center back with Gosens Leti coming from Inter and in Porto. So a team that definitely they are going to have high expectations in the Europa League, but I expect to see a lot of rotated sides from them in this group stage, just to keep their health.
Yeah. So do you think they're not even really gonna go hard like that for it, just because of all the injuries?
No. I don't think that they. I think realistically they shouldn't see Barga as a potential for that number 3 if that starts to happen late. Obviously this is going to depend a lot on the matchups, but let's say they get Barga as their fourth match and they're separated from that top spot by just a point or two. I would see them bringing out the full starters and making sure they really clasp down on that one, but I expect them to be playing for a draw at home again. They should be playing for 1 point each in the home legs against Napoli and Madrid,
Mhm.
and
Right.
then playing for the full 6 points against Barga. Um,
Right.
so that would definitely put them in the third spot, no doubt, if they can accomplish that. So yeah, I expect to see a good bit of rotation.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and you still want to stay healthy for the Bundesliga season. You
Right.
still want to be able to compete in the Europa League because
They have the German Cup as well coming up in the same period. So
exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's tough for them because maybe in that City group they would be able to make it through as a second, but
yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's
this group is just clear. So moving on to predictions, of course, I see it being Napoli, Madrid, Berlin, Barga. I don't think that there's as much movement in this group as there has been at the bottom of some of the other ones. I think Barga's the clear number 4, Berlin's the clear number 3, and the only thing that would be up for debate is 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'll go Real Madrid 1, Napoli, and Berlin, and then obviously Braga at the bottom. Um, the reason I say Real Madrid is even though they're injured, they are the champions of Europe. They always find a way. There's been times they were predicted to win the Champions League like 3%. They still somehow won it. So I'm never gonna doubt them. I mean, also, I don't know how much of a big deal it is winning the group. I don't know if I know all the rules
I
yet when it
think
comes to winning the group
I
versus
think
being
that it
second.
guarantees. I don't know either. I kind of know. I think that winning your group means that you host the first leg each time.
Right. Okay.
So
Wait. Host the first leg.
yes, so you will. I don't know, or the other way around. Actually,
It might be the other way. You know
let's
what?
look
It
it
might
up.
be the
Let's
other
look
way
it up.
around because I think I think you normally want your to have your home leg second. Like that's like normally that makes people feel better. Where you're kind of like, oh, I just want to draw at home and then win on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Teams normally kind of have a pit in their stomach when they're playing
Okay.
home
If you
first.
finish second in group, that means okay. So if you finish second, you're gonna face a 1. That's another
Oh,
thing. So
okay, got it.
okay,
Yeah,
I don't know how it affects the hosting. I think it does affect the hosting one way or the other as well.
but
But
you face a winner of a group.
yeah,
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
if you finished 1, let's say our predictions are exactly right. Let's say then and Napoli finished 1 in this group, and then United finished 2. Then they would face each other.
Okay,
Bayern would face Madrid in that case. That
got.
basically.
Okay, okay, I see
It
what you
wouldn't
mean.
be
Right, right,
exactly those either, but
right.
that's the
Yeah,
idea.
there's still some scrambling, randomizing about it, but
All right.
right.
So
Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited to talk more about it. And we're also going to be doing our UCL preview series where we highlight 3 players from each of the teams that we expect to get out. So yeah, gonna be fun.
yeah, I'm really excited because, of course, last year I was watching the UCL. I watched Real Madrid versus City. I watched Real Madrid versus Liverpool. I watched a lot of those matches, but I wasn't watching the whole season. I didn't see any of the group stage, if I'm not mistaken. I was watching, of course, United in the Europa League, so I wasn't watching the Champions League. But yeah, that's how it was going for me last year, and now you're going to be paying attention from start to finish, and I'm really excited to see how it all plays out.
Awesome. Well, thanks guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like the video, of course, and let us know what team you're most excited to watch this UCL.
Peace out, guys.